For this week's video, we are going to be talking about redefining success and recovering from burnout. Not only are we going to talk, but I'm also going to finish my living room / study room. Gave it a brief makeover and really tried my best to make it my dream office and Pinterest board. For context, I am trying to redefine success because in case you guys didn't know, I want to be a movie director and own my own production company. That's why I have a second channel called Cowan Productions. And recently, I definitely feel like I won't get there unless I redefine what success means to me. If we want to redefine success, we have to think about what our original interpretation or definition was. My original interpretation of success was the end of the finish line. At the end of the finish line, you get the house, you get the money, the friends, the new shoes, the clothes, the new technology. Everything that you couldn't afford before, you can afford now. Money, that's all you get at the end of the finish line. And you know, time with loved ones is supposed to be included. You get the glamorous life you always wanted by doing your dream job. That's what everyone wants. Not only does this sound like the definition of the American dream, honestly, I think it's everyone's dream. Having money. That's what I think success looks like to me. However, you can only get the money if you work. I guess my biggest point is I haven't been looking at success as how they got there, rather where they are after they worked. I haven't been looking at the process of how to get there. Now, this interpretation of success isn't bad, but it's not great. The reason why it's not great is because I keep looking more at what I want rather than what I actually need. Red flag. I don't have an actual red flag. I'll get one. It's a red flag because being ungrateful leads to sin. Sins like jealousy, wrath, gluttony, and especially greed. Now, even though I struggle financially, I have been incredibly blessed with the money that I have received in order to buy the things that I want, hence background. But that's another problem. I focus too much on objects I want rather than need. Like, I don't need all of these Funkos, even though I looked everywhere to get them. I don't need all these plushies. I don't need all of these picture frames. I don't even need this chair. What I need is affordable food, clothes, and gas for my car to get me places. I definitely need food for my cat as well because even though he's chunky, dude's gotta be fed. So even what you're watching right now with me painting, I don't need to give my office a makeover, but I have always wanted to do it and I saved up money for the cheapest paint I could buy and I did it. Success is not about what you get at the finish line. Even though it would be so nice to have all the money in the world and to also skip the whole process, go straight to the end. That's not how running in a race works. The reason why I'm trying to be successful is not for money reasons. It's not because I need the money for Sam and I's future home, although that's probably where most of the money is gonna go into. My definition of success that revolves around my dream, success is working towards what you love because you love it, not because you need it. Since I've been doing YouTube for so long, 5 years. Actually, I started making videos ever since I was in 5th grade, so 8 years now. I developed a passion for filming and screenwriting. I've always been a writer, but it didn't occur to me that I should write screenplays until I was reading one of my romance books one day. All I kept thinking in my mind was just like, if this was a movie, how would it play out? What would it look like? And then whenever I wrote, I started playing around with script formats and realized, hold on, this is actually kind of fun. I started watching short films, music videos, and trying to figure out the messages behind them. Then I started to actually make some and realize this is what I want to do. I want to share my stories through the art of film. My biggest goal in life is to be a movie director, for people to know the name Cowan Productions. And even at the age of 19, after just now finishing my first year of college and is about to start sophomore year, I feel like I'm falling behind. I look at my classmates and even the people I look up to, this guy for example, and I see how they have the exact same dream as me and how they have better skills than me and have more knowledge than me. The finish line metaphor, yeah, that's my whole life. I feel like I'm just constantly running towards my goal, trying to fill up my brain with as much knowledge about this business as I can and also what to do in order to make it look great. You know, trying to get myself experience experience with cameras, editing, audio, and along the way, I feel like I'm tripping over simple things, but they feel like huge potholes to me, or feeling unmotivated because I'm not fast enough. You know, there's a part of me that's just like, maybe I'll never reach that finish line. My whole life feels like I'm just running on a treadmill, working so hard on my running, but I'm not actually going anywhere. And I feel like I'm constantly in last place and will never catch up to first. I don't know if this metaphor is a reflection of some of my childhood trauma, because I was always in last place on field day. I never won in any kind of sport. Another problem I have is I'm really possessive, but I'm also really loyal. So when I see my classmates doing better than me, that's when I start to break down. I start getting so angry that they have the exact same dream and that we're running at the same time, and yet they're still better than me. They're still ahead of me. It's almost like I don't want their dream to be just like mine. I want it just to be my dream. It's so selfish. I know. It makes me so angry how selfish I am about that. I mean, how does that make sense? How does having the exact same goal as someone else still manage to be better than you? First of all, it has to do with how you were raised, where you grew up. You know, all those factors are different and they add into that. But I start getting angry at that person that is better at what I want to do. That's what I mean by being possessive. I'm jealous of the fact that we have similar tastes, and I'm just like,
back off, that's my thing.
I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to be like that. Unfortunately, that's how I feel. Now you're probably thinking, oh, Kaitlyn, why don't you just ask for help or try to partner up? You know how difficult that is, especially nowadays. As an introvert, it's really difficult to go up to someone that has amazing skills and be like,
hey, I really like your video editing skills. Let's collaborate.
That's very hard to do because they might say no. I'm literally going through this mental crisis right now because there's someone I know that I had classes with. They're really amazing at editing, but it's just like I haven't had the opportunity to talk to them and be like, hey,
Maybe we should collaborate. I really like your skills. I hope I have skills to contribute.
maybe that's my biggest factor. I feel like I don't have skills to contribute to them. They might say no because you're not on the same level as them, or because they want to do it on their own. I've always hated class projects because, number one, my schools and classmates sucked. Some of my most forever friendships were from there. The rest of them sucked. Okay. And number two, either I'm left doing all the work or I'm pushed to the side. That's always what it was like every time, even sometimes in college now. However, to be a director, it's crucial to have people skills and to be able to bring them together. That's probably the biggest thing I have to work on, and I'm willing to do it. I know what the problem is and I am willing to solve it and to get past it. Now, as a teenager, when I started dreaming about what my production company would be like, I pictured it as a place where people got along and would just listen to me and do whatever I said. Yeah, extremely selfish. That's not how life works, 14-year-old Kaitlyn. Instead, it's about everyone working together. Everyone is giving their opinions, giving input, sharing their styles, and giving advice. The director should listen to everyone's opinions and then make the next decision of play. A lot of people are going to disagree with me on that because, you know, that may not have been role back then when movies started becoming a thing and we started having directors. You know, the director's decision was the only decision, no exceptions. I want to be different. Not like,
Oh, I want to be different and be quirky and cool.
no, I actually want to be different and have people involved. Why would I hire you if I'm not going to have you involved? This is definitely going to be my biggest goal when going into this year, listening to everyone, but also making sure that I am also heard when I'm not the director of the group. A lot of directors just think about the end product and what they would do. What directors should think about, in my opinion, what directors should think about is everyone's opinion. Yeah, their whole purpose is to make it like their style, but at the same time, they need to take into consideration what the audience might think and the fact that someone on staff might have a great idea. They have to direct the decision, not be the only ones who come up with all the ideas. My production company will not just have me as the only screenwriter, but others as well. Now, let's talk about burnout. I have experienced burnout too many times in my life, honestly, especially in high school. And even right now with trying to produce 2 videos every single week. One of my issues is editing. It takes me so long to edit a video. I'm more into planning the video and recording. Like, that's more my style. That's what makes me happy. I'm mean, editing sometimes does, but it's not the same. I would absolutely love to hire an editor, but I don't have the money and I don't know if I can find someone with the same editing style as me. But my biggest reason for burnout is the fact that I work so hard on these videos and I'm not getting much results from them. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. Everyone chill out, okay? I'm not blaming anyone. I'm blaming the fact that YouTube's algorithm sucks. But there are so many factors as to why a video won't do well. A lot of it is the thumbnail, the host, and the editing style. Yet somehow, whenever I work so hard on all of that, it's still not getting the number of views I want. So I try experimenting, trying to follow a creator's style because they have several more viewers and subscribers than me, and their editing style seems really simple. Yeah, that's still not working. So you post about it on all your social media, being like, hey, I posted. Even posting on your school stories. That's working a little bit, but still not getting the results I want. The best way to redefine success and to recover from burnout is to continue working hard and be patient, which is like my biggest like trigger word. Sam tells me all the freaking time how I'm not patient, and I'm not. That even frustrates me even more. I don't want to be patient, you know? I want it to be done now, but it's true. The key is patience. Some of the biggest YouTube stars didn't become famous overnight. It took years of practice and patience. However, you know, some people just got 50,000 subscribers overnight after just posting one video. How'd they do that? I don't know. Maybe they're just that good looking. The reason why I started this channel and why I want to get a lot of views, likes, and subscribers is not because I want the fame or the money. I guess when you get down to like the root of the problem, it's because I want people to actually see me. I have spent my whole life being neglected by my classmates, teachers, and even people who I thought were my friends. Oh my gosh, don't cry. Stop crying. Especially people who I knew for a very, very long time, since elementary years. Recently, our friendship just went down the drain. People change. It sucks. It really does. I was everyone's last choice. It's like when you're picking teams for kickball and neither of the teams have picked you, so you're just the last one standing there alone, looking down at the dirt. That's me. That's been me my whole life. Even at Sam and I's radio station, I had a director position and I was still everyone's last choice. Well, except for Sam. But he graduated, so he basically just left me. I don't know if it's my personality. I really don't know. I don't know what it is. I will admit, when I was a kid, I was definitely a brat. Part of that was because I still was never chosen. I feel like I have definitely gotten better. A lot of people say that I'm super intimidating at first. People just look at me and they won't talk to me because I look intimidating. I guess I'm just really tired. I want people to actually see what I have to offer. I actually might have good stories to tell. I'm trying to like prove myself to others, which to be honest, I don't really need to, but if I want to achieve my dream, I kind of do have to. And the problem isn't that there isn't enough people to look, even though those same people might be full of themselves. The problem is that when people don't see me, I take that as a sign to give up. Since I graduated from high school, I have been noticed by strangers who have shown kindness and have reached out to me to say that I'm doing a great job. And it's still a small number of people. The numbers don't matter. Words do. What matters is that you will continue to work. Social media has really taken a toll on our lives and has tried to take away our motivation. But even when you're old and retired, you're still going to have work to do. Whether it's towards your job, relationships, your mental health, your relationship with God, you have to work for everything in your life. Don't be jealous of that one girl in high school who has a rich family and gets everything she wants, because you will have the one thing that she will never have that actually matters: a soul. With your hard work, you have the power to be kind and smarter. And by working hard, you will find that success. If you are experiencing burnout, yes, take a break, but push through it if it's truly what you love. Even though it's a pain, I still love editing and will continue to upload 2 videos every single week until I go back to school. Also remember that if you don't succeed the first time, good! You're not supposed to. You're never gonna get anywhere if you do it perfectly every single time. That means you get to try again with a different approach, and you get to learn from your mistakes. I really hope that this video has helped you guys if you are also going through burnout or feel like you're behind. I know that making this video has actually helped me a lot. I'm ready to take this new approach towards my dream. I also hope that you guys like the little transformation I made to my room. I can actually move the camera now. Oh gosh. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.